Okay, so Alberto is going to run us through all of the major systems and share some information that you might not know about seaplanes. I'm going to start with the floats. So these are Edo floats, right?
Those are Edo float. I just gonna talk to about it. Basically, what's the most dangerous thing can happen in a seaplane. Basically, when you're coming for landing, you have to remember, water landing, wheel has to be up. The minute that you put the wheels down, you're gonna flip over. And believe me, I was expecting you were coming in. I was saying, I hope I just put the wheels up because it was very embarrassed. But what happened is when you go down, you flip over, the impact inside the aircraft is very aggressive. You got the 4-point shoulder harness. Most of the time, the pilot is okay, but if you have a passenger, the passenger can be off. Basically, can got a concussion or something, not able to do that. One of the things that we were talking about, and I mentioned to him that we have to be very careful, is when you come in for landing, if the wheels are down, definitely the aircraft is going to flip over, but it's going to be rolled back, and it's going to be upside down. And the most important thing, you only got probably at the most 2 minutes or 3 minutes to get the people out of the aircraft. Talking about the aircraft, I unlocked that door when I was coming in here, not for landing. Landing is always closed. But as soon as I was taxiing on to the ramp, I am just by myself. I see a lot of people, but you have to be ready about that one. I've been in this ramp before. I was worried about that post, but then you notice that I get stuck in that little bump. I couldn't move it. I forgot about it. But the best important thing, when you're upside down, you gotta be ready to see what you need to do and what you have to do it. And basically, the aircraft is gonna float because this is earth, it's not gonna sink, especially if you got a seaplane that with the floats, it won't sink. But the point is the door with the impact, maybe it's gonna be jammed. And one of the things that I am thinking about it is how to get the people ASAP. And basically get a bar, a steel bar. If somebody has a steel bar, just break the glass. It's a plastic, just break it off, break the windshield, break it off. But the next thing the people need to know, it obviously right now the airplane is in the proper position. When you're in the water, you're gonna get wet. You're only gonna see upside down with the wheels up. If you can see that in the video on if you look at it on YouTube, they're very famous to happen that. And they use those kind of aircraft. But one of the things that I was going to show you, this handle, when this all the way forward, you're not gonna be able to, don't waste your time because it's gonna be jammed. The best thing to do is grab like a steel bar, break this glass, break this glass, take it off, and take the people out of there.
Talk about the windshield, too.
About the windshield. The windshield, most of the time, when that happens, not to be concerned about it. The windshield probably is going to be cracked. If it's cracked, if you grab with your bare hands, you're going to cut your hands. Remember that.
What about as an exit point?
Pardon me?
As an exit point.
You can get out of here. The problem with the seaplane, you see the steel bar, that's going to be obstacle for that.
Right.
But not all the airplanes have that steel bars. There's some of them. And that's one of the most important. Remember, we only have about 3 minutes to do that. After 3 minutes, how it's going to be. But you have to be very cautious about that. Now, about the electrical power, at that moment, you have fuel. The fuel is not going to spill because it's...
Just run them through where the fuel is.
The fuel and these aircraft are in these tanks, okay? You got about, right now, most of the time, I just landed with approximately with 50 gallons of fuel right now. And you got 25 on this side and 25 on the other side. That's enough for another 3 hours for flying. I was not going to be concerned about the fuel because it's going to be sealed. It's not going to be in your body, nothing like that. And the oil, don't be concerned about the oil. By that time, the aircraft is upside down. I don't think fire is going to be an issue. It's not an issue now, the fire. If you got a fire, I don't think that ever happened because you're in the water. And that's the most important thing, basically, how to retrieve the people out of there. And remember, I didn't show it to you, but when I open the door, it's very important to see here. You got the seat belts and you got the 4-point shoulder harness. You can raise it up if you can still see. And basically, this is a specific made for seaplanes. And basically, when you got the seat belt on right here, the easy way to do it, just slam and you get it off loose. Now, the windows, you gotta be very careful. If you, just in case the door pop up and you got the windows, you got 2 latches. And then you can pop open, and that doesn't have a hinge. Most of the seaplane doesn't have any hinge here because they want to use as an exit to get out of there. Could you get out of those windows? Yes, you could. But getting out of here on those bars is going to be very difficult. It's almost impossible. You gotta open the door. Yeah. And just remember, if you have a steel bar, just break the.
Yeah. On the seat belts, they are most likely, if it flipped, they're going to be upside down.
That's correct.
Are the seat belts going to be harder to undo? Is there any issues there?
For what airplane?
For your airplane, if you're trying to extract somebody.
I would say go from here or go from this glass.
Okay, but undoing is not going to be a problem.
It's doing this should be very easy.
Even though they're hanging in
yes,
the...
Yes,
yeah, okay.
But you got to do it ASAP.
ASAP, yeah.
What about passengers in the back seat? How are you going to get them?
Right here. That's why I said this is okay window to break it off if you need it. Just break it off, and this will be the right place to open it up. This is 185. If you got a 206, you're going to have another cabin door that you need to break the glass and open the cabin door. And basically, the cabin door is going to be exactly the same components, open and close it. But it's good.
For law enforcement, how can they move the seat forward if they get someone out?
Oh, that's a good thing to go through, how you do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The seat is...
So, you guys might want to get close so you can see the... Oh, all right. So you can see how that works.
Okay. The seat, you have a handle here, the seat, but most of the time, by that time, you will forget about the handle. You can just move it. There's no restriction to move and take somebody out. And right here, that would be perfectly okay to... By that time, who cares? Just break it with a steel bar. And this is just plastic.
So these folks should know how to turn the mixture off in the master.
I think that's good. Just show them the mixture and master switches.
Okay, basically the master is always look the carpet. And most of the carpet, when you have a red switch, that's the master. You can turn it off, and basically the mixture control is this knob right here. You can pull it all the way up. This is the mixture control, and this is the throttle control.
So out is off.
Yeah, off. Now, when the aircraft is in a proper condition, I didn't say nothing about that because right now the aircraft is stopped. If the fuel servo is bad, it's going to leak fuel. But most of the aircraft, they got a proper unit, proper working position, and that will be. This is the throttle control. Throttle. Mixture, remember the throttle is black color, the propeller is a blue color, and the mixture is red color. And you just pull it out and you cut the fuel system. And the red switch right here, that's basically the master of the aircraft. That would be, realistic yes, will be important because with the brand new batteries, with the CO, I think you should think about that.
So that's the electrical master.
Yeah, and the brand new CO batteries, I think, stay on. And if you have a spark or something, that can create a problem. But you are in the water.
Right.
Yes.
So most likely it's going to short out.
Yeah, short out, yes. Now, this is for the seaplane. Now, the best way to do it, if you are concerned about, because the damage is too hard, and you need to grab the aircraft, any steel bar or anything like that, it can be a good place to attached with the airplane for the airplane not to sink. Basically, this will be fine. This is good. The spare bars right here is very good too. And you can retrieve the aircraft like that, but that will be a secondary issue. That's first, you need to take the people out of there. Now, there is the other way that we have to thinking about it, and I just thinking about it. The hull, there is a different aircraft that the hull is part of the skid, doesn't have a float. When they have a hull, thinking about a boat, okay? If the boat goes upside down, also gonna have a glass, you're gonna have to break the glass. For example, I am thinking about the widgeons. Widgeons, oh, which one is the other one?
Well, we got
The
several.
lake.
The CB is going to
The
come.
CB is another
Super
one.
Patrol is going to come. That's
Those
a
is come-
hull.
yeah,
Yep.
Those are hull. You have to thinking about it. If the hull happen, it's not gonna have a float, but it's gonna have the same principle. You gotta break the glasses and take the people out of there. And most of them, and for example, if you got in a lake, the lake has a handle from outside that you can open and close without any. Very simple to do it. No.
Do you think that a hulled seaplane will sink faster than a float plane?
You know, yes, because it's like a boat and it's an aluminum, and that eventually will sink. Not immediately, but it depends how hard it is. Remember, we had the widgeon has the two wheels, has the fuselage, and when the widgeon landed with the wheels down, sometimes they break the nose, and that's terrible because it's gonna sink immediately.
Right.
And then, and that's gonna be very problematic. It's very, very problematic. Basically, this lake is not that deep.
Right. Right.
But it's something that you need to be aware of.
Absolutely.
Alberto, I've got a question.
Yes.
Okay, I'm coming up to the airplane. Walt just asked me. The two pins on the hinge, if those are removed,
Could you pop the door? Yes, but it's gonna be a lot of pressure right now. When you close the door, aircrafts are handmade. You got the pins there. It's gonna be very difficult to pop. Some of the airplane, maybe you could do it, and this aircraft is hard to do it. And the pin, I left it there. The real reason is because sometimes I love to cycle. I just take the pins and throw away the bicycle. That's the order. But there is another hinge that attached with the door, and that's why I never show it to you. It's right here. You see that hinge right here? That's attached.
oh God.
And then when you remove the pins, you're still gonna have the door attached. It's gonna be an obstacle. And who cares, when the airplane is upside down, you need to see how can you take the people out. The door is gonna be hard to open because it's gonna be the impact, and the aircraft is only gonna be about 5 foot
Okay.
under the water. It's
So
not,
the door will open fine.
yeah.
Yeah.
The door, the problem is with the impact, the fuselage, it's gonna be compressed. That's, it's gonna be hard to open.
Okay. Right. The door is going to be damaged most likely.
Yes, that's why I say to you, just forget about the door, just break the glass, take the people out. Now, if you fly in a lake, you have the handle right off and you can open the handle.
Right.
If you fly in a widgeon, the problem with widgeon is the people have to walk all the way back to get out of the aircraft. But you can break the windshield, and the windshield is enough space to move people out
That's a good point.
because it doesn't have the bars. The other thing that the people can happen and you have to be aware is when they are landing and they have a crosswind and they touch the wind, it's going to be a car roll. We had an issue with another airplane here to split the engine case. He was taken off, split the engine, he lost and landed and stayed on the same place. That was severe damage to the aircraft, but they stayed in that position, nothing ever happened. But the most important thing is, and the most common accident is put the wheels down in the water. Most of the people knows, if you fly seaplane, you know how to compensate the crosswind. And remember, if the people doing crosswind is because they didn't check the weather, because there is many ways I can land it. This direction I can land it. That direction, you own the wrong way, you own everything. You just by analyze where the wind is, they can do that.